Hi guys, have you seen the light? Well, I certainly have. For a while now, we've had a new version of DataFlex called 20.1. It's like this minor upgrade, but it is packed with a lot of nice features. But the one thing that I'm looking for, and the reason I will upgrade right now, is not part of the list of upgrades. So let's have a look and see what we can find and see how it goes. Well, first of all, I can't see anything here with these glasses, so I need to take them off. Ah, that's better. Now I can see my screen again. Well, if you go to the DataFlex website, you can see the what's new in DataFlex. So let's find out. And here we have some faster compile times. Yeah, that's nice. We have some Code Explorer improved functionality. Yeah, okay. You can now move any node type. That's interesting. There are some HTML snippets. Tags are extended. We have this drag and drop support, which is really nice, but it's nothing I really at the moment feel that I have use for, but there might be clients of mine who are looking for doing some drag and drop in the interface, who knows. And the web list and web grid has got a touch up where you can drag and drop and add columns, remove columns, move them around and stuff like that. We also have these custom menus that you can add basically anywhere in the application, which is also a nice feature. And multi-item menus. Oh, so you can select multiple. Well, in this case, it's weird, but yeah, it might be good. Put select boxes in views. Yes. Yeah, and there's a lot of upgrades here. If you want to go deeper, you can also look in the documentation. Here you have any more details. There's a multi-string upgrade for the code, for instance. And yeah, there's a lot of nice things. And if you want to go deeper, I encourage you to read these documents here. And now to the thing that I've been waiting for. It's actually a thing that I have a SQL query in one of my applications, which is quite long, more or less as long as this, but now I just added a lot of spaces and then ended with a where clause. The thing is, I cram pack this space with SQL, so I have no styling or spacing that makes it readable, more or less, at the moment. So I really would like to extend this. So if I now compile here, it works. But if I just want to add a space here, nothing changes. It's the same query. And I run it, I get this internal error compile output message is corrupt. And I end up in the web resource manager proxy. And I don't know what I've done. And there's no trace because it's a compile error and I'm kind of stuck here. So what I'm hoping for is that when we upgrade this workspace to 20.1, I will not get this error anymore. Because if I close this, go back here and just remove any space anywhere, and I try to compile again, I do not get this error. Adding that space gives me that error. And that took a hell of a lot of time to figure out that it was the SQL query that caused this issue. So let's move on. How do we do this? I want to recommend when you make a upgrade that you take a copy of your entire workspace folder and just name it after the version number. So like underscore 200 for 20.0. And then you have your folder. And now we're going to open the workspace in 2020. So we might want to close it here because just get rid of that one. And now we start this and see what happened. So workspace migration wizard is the first thing that starts up. And we go next, copy workspace to the following directory and then migrate there. Migrate in place. Yeah, well, I want to migrate in place for this one because I've already copied the folder. And yes, let's go. Yes, that's correct. And finish. And then it tells us that there's a JavaScript engine conflict, so we want to upgrade that one as well. And we are up to 2021. Just want to start this view here, overview, where I got my long query. There it is. And see what's happening. We got the space here. Let's compile. Unable, restart the application. Ah, yeah. We need to also add it, since it's a web application, we need to register the web app again. Because it's not part of the web app. If you look here now, we added the discovering DataFlex here to the web app server. And now we should be able to compile. There we go. And if we run this, it's complaining that we have the old JavaScript framework. But I think that is just a question of caching. So if I refresh, everything works fine. You can see that if I press the SQL test, it will go in here and it will give me the IID. So it seems to be working. If we do it like this, we add a bunch of new lines. Let's see if this still works. Yes. And we still get the result I want. So even though we added a bunch of new lines or spaces, it works. So it seems like the issue with the long SQL query is fixed, which will more or less force me to upgrade to 20.1 in one of my application in order to continue extend the SQL query I got there. The other ones, the rest of the things for now are more or less nice bonuses that I'm really looking forward to having available to me in the workspace. The only major thing that's changed in the workspace is the version number in the global ASI, the app HTML file. So we're just going to add that, and I'm actually not going too well. I might as well. I could move this button to some little less. So I'll take this one and move it in front of it instead. So there's our little SQL test button. We now have our workspace running in 20.1, and you can see we can take the columns here, we can drag and drop, we can rearrange, we can right click and reset the layout, we can go and select columns, pick columns, remove columns, and play around with this, and all of the other fun features in the upgraded 20.1 framework. And with that said, there's a little bit too much light here, so I better get these ones on, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.